Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make these beautiful Dutch babies, aka German pancakes, Yorkshire pudding. No matter what we call them, I'm your host, Stacy Williams, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Here we go. Alright, so the first thing that you probably noticed is we have 2 or 3 different names that we call this dish by. So the basic pastry that we're making, it's all the same. You use the same ingredients, we're going to make it the same way. A German pancake, a Dutch baby. Dutch baby is the American restaurant name for a German pancake. And they're generally going to be topped with something sweet, served in a breakfast setting. Where Yorkshire pudding is going to be a little more savory, and rather than cooking in butter, we're going to cook it in beef fat. So that's your main difference. Otherwise, the pastry is going to be all the same. So as we look through the ingredient list, which you'll find down below in the description, you're going to notice eggs, milk, flour, salt, vanilla, and clarified butter. We want these items at room temperature. You'll end up with a much better batter if you're not using cold ingredients. If you're in a hurry, like I am sometimes, I just pop that milk in the microwave for about 15 seconds just to get the chill off, and I'll get a bowl of warm water and let the eggs sit on the counter in that until I'm ready for them. As far as clarifying the butter, I do cheat from time to time and simply melt it. A true clarified butter is going to be melted down, and we're going to skim all of the foam and milk solids out. We're looking for nothing but that pure gold butter. By doing so, we're getting rid of all of the water, and that's going to help us to not have splatter when it hits the pan. It also gives a richer, more velvety flavor. So you'll notice when I pour it in the pan, all I did today is melted it because I'm in a hurry. These things taste so good, I just didn't want to wait. So I get my ingredients mixed, and as you know, if you've baked anything, always add your liquid to your dry, not the other way around. And we're going to use a spindle blender to mix these ingredients well. While I'm doing this, I have my cast iron skillet already in that oven that's preheated to 425 degrees, and have that cast iron skillet coming up to temp because I want these things to hit and immediately start cooking on that bottom. Alright, so we get the skillet out, we're going to add the butter, and as I said, I simply melt it instead of clarifying today, and you see we have that beautiful butter splatter as it starts to immediately boil the water that's in the butter. And we just pour in our mixture. You can see it's already bubbling and cooking, getting going. We're going to put this in the oven at 425 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. We really just need to watch it starting around that 20-minute mark. While this is in the oven, we're going to go ahead and crack some eggs because I'm going to be serving these with scrambled eggs today. If you're not using scrambled, if you're going to be frying the eggs, you don't have to do this part yet. I'm just trying to get things ready so that when the Dutch baby comes out, I'm ready to assemble and put it on the plate. You notice I've already got some strawberries sliced. I'm actually going to use Nutella and strawberries and powdered sugar for my toppings. Sometimes if you want something very simple, just fresh lemon juice and melted butter and powdered sugar is a very traditional topping for the Dutch baby. If you want something a little more savory, you can go ahead and drop bacon or sausage onto the top of the batter when you put it in the oven and allow that to cook into the batter. And about 5 minutes before the Dutch baby is finished, you can go ahead and crack your egg right on top. And you have one whole meal all together. Almost pizza style on that dough. And it's absolutely delicious that way. Melt a little cheese over the top. It's really up for you to decide how you want that topping to go. So as I get everything ready, I'm also going to go ahead and throw some sausage in the pan because this morning we're going to have sausage with ours along with those scrambled eggs. We'll get this all prepped and then check in on our Dutch babies. All right, it's been 25 minutes. The oven timer's gone off. It's looking good. I bring it out. Boom, there's our Dutch baby. The first thing that you'll notice as you watch this video is that it's immediately going to start to sink. This thing has built up air. It's really fluffed up inside, and that's awesome. But if you're going to be taking a picture for Instagram or Facebook or wherever you share your food pics, you definitely want to get it as soon as it comes out of the oven. I have had Dutch babies in the past that have, grown 5, 6, 7 inches. They're amazing. This one didn't rise quite so much. I made a little bit smaller batch of the batter because it's just the two of us that are going to be eating this. So we take that Nutella, I popped it in the microwave for a few seconds just to make it a little more easily spreadable. And you're not looking for perfection. You just kind of want to get it on there, as they say, coast to coast. You want to get it all the way out to the edges so that everything is covered. You're getting a little bit in each bite. Once I've got this spread around, I'm just going to simply place out the strawberries. You could do strawberries. In the past, I've done raspberries, blueberries, sometimes mix them together. Banana slices work great on it. So today we're going to use the strawberries and then sprinkle on powdered sugar, and it's ready to slice. Alright, so we've got that cut and portioned onto our plates. Next thing that we're going to do, and the last thing we're going to do before we have a chance to eat, is go ahead and get our eggs ready. We've discussed in other videos when we're making breakfast, eggs always go last. They're the last thing you cook. Eggs never wait on anyone. So even though I already have these set in the bowl and scrambled up and ready to go, that's just saving me some time at this point. I get the butter melted. We add them to the skillet, and honestly, scrambled eggs are the easiest food that has to be cooked. You just apply the nice slow heat and you push them around the skillet until they're done to the level that you like. One thing I say about scrambled eggs, you really don't want to overcook them, because the heat from those eggs, as you fold them around, put them on the plate, they're going to continue cooking, and you end up with dry scrambled eggs. And that's just disgusting. You may see some people tell you, oh, well, add milk, add cream, add butter. It keeps your scrambled eggs creamy, and it keeps them moist. No, it doesn't. That all evaporates out the longer you cook them. And it forces you to cook them longer because you're used to looking at scrambled eggs and you want to see them dry because you think they're not cooked fully. So the only thing that's going to keep them moist is not overcooking. We're simply going to push these around. We're going to let them get to about 90% done, and then we're going to pull them and put them on the plate. And by the time I get ready to put them in my mouth, they'll be fully done, but they won't be overcooked by adding too much heat too quickly. Alright, so you can see plating is very easy. Depends on how much of a Dutch baby you want to serve. The recipe here will give you 4 servings as the way we cut it. 2 very large servings. If you've got hungry people that want something a little larger, absolutely go for it. Just cut that thing in half. It'll sit across half the plate. And then you can have bacon, you can have sausage, ham, Canadian bacon, smoked sausage, whatever you normally eat for breakfast to go along with it. These things are absolutely delicious. They are not difficult to make. And if you're serving breakfast to someone who's never had one before, they can be quite the showstopper because people don't know what to expect. Absolutely wonderful. I hope that you'll give this a try. We're giving away a 5-piece cast iron lodge cookware set when we hit 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do is like a video and subscribe to the channel to be entered in the giveaway.